Hey, what's up, Musers? This is John at Muse for You, and I'm really excited to be showing you my new widget today. It is the Fantastic 74 animation effects widget, and I think I've been watching too many superhero movies because I styled it and themed it around superheroes. So I'll show you a quick example on my Muse for You shop website. So I'll go to museforyoushop.com. I'll close this here. I'll go to shop now, and it's right here, the Fantastic 74 animation effects. I'll click on that. You can preview it. You can preview the example site. So I'll show you the example site first. So we'll preview it there, and we can see that this text here is shaking. That's one of the animations in the widget. So we have this shaking text, and I use the SVG draw widget as well in this example. But this is one of the effects of the animation, and we can see that the text came in like that. I'll do it again for you, kind of like that. Captain Stars. I've created my own superheroes here, and I had him draw with the SVG draw widget as well. We have Miss Black. You can see that came in with one of the animation effects, and she came in here with the animation effect. Mr. Molecule, and I have the animations coming in on scroll. So when you scroll the website, the animation plays. So we have Titanium Speed. There he goes and he draws. Pretty cool. And we have Othene Light. And there we go. And he fades in from the top, from the bottom to the top. And he came in, light speed in. I think I'll see what I selected for him, but they all have fairly different different animations here from the 74 that are available. Very good. So there it is again. And when you scroll back up, the animations replay. You can set it to replay so that you can see the animations again. And very cool. Looks very nice. All right. Who will save the day? Yeah, I've been watching too many superhero movies. All right. So that's the example there. And so I'll go to Muse. And all of these, if you want to see the different animations, you can go to animate.css, or I'll leave a link in the description area below, animate.css, and you can kind of play through and see all the different animations that are available here for your animations. All right, very cool. So what I'm going to do in this video tutorial, and I'll show you the other preview here, and this is just on my Muse for You shop website, and I kind of go through the whole widget and how to use the different animations. We have on hover, on click, there we have on scroll, we have infinitely loop the animation. You can have your animation play on start as well, and you can infinitely loop it. You can fade in your animations, you can fade in, you can fade out. We see he fades out there, and we can fade, we can repeat the fade. So you see when you scroll, he fades out and then he comes back in. So we set the speed there to 1000 milliseconds. I actually think that's a little bit slower there, but here we set the speed to 5000 milliseconds, 1000 milliseconds, and the option is fade in, fade out, and fade repeat, and we have it on scroll. And I'll show you more of the options in a second. And we have various fading options to allow for smooth animation and transitions. So yeah, that's pretty cool there. Just so that like when you're designing your site, you can have really cool transitions, fade in, fade out for a really smooth looking site. Very good. And here are the widget options. We have the initial, so you'll want to place the initial widget option first, and then any additional ones. So if you have more than one, you'll want to use the additional options, and that's just for cleaner code. And yeah, so everything is cleaner in the website. And then you just want to give it a different instance name. So if you have, let's say, you have more than one animation, you can give it an instance number of 2, or if you have 3, or you can name it anything. You could give it any number or any name, and as long as it's not the same as another one, and you can then add different options to those different animations. So initial for the first one, and any additional ones, you use the additional. So there's these two widget options there, and then I go over a quick explanation here of how to use it very quickly. And then here I have another one. You can actually set the animation duration. You see how he's coming in fairly slow there, and I've used this effect here in a combination with the SVG draw widget. So yeah, I might take this here off because I want to focus on the 74, but I just wanted to showcase that I used this example with the SVG draw widget. All right, so very good, and you can buy for $9, and it works in all major browsers. It works on desktop, tablet, and mobile, and the zip file includes the .mula file, the license agreement, and a quick start guide. All right, very cool. So this allows for unlimited opportunities to really create an awesome website. I'm really excited to be offering this widget. It was a lot of fun making it. And yeah, I'm just happy to be offering it. And I'll go over a quick example here in my Adobe Muse file. So I'm going to view fit page and window, and I'm going to zoom in. So here I have Captain. We'll work with Captain Stars here. And let me just minimize this here. Or yeah, I'll close that there. So here we have Captain Stars. And over here to the left, we have the widget options. I put them to the left so they don't interfere with the website. But if you're not designing for mobile, you might want to put them inside the website so that it looks good, even if it's on a mobile device and you haven't designed a mobile website. But that's for another video tutorial. I'll get into that. All right, so we have Captain Stars, and the way this widget works, it works with graphic style. So you'll be using over here in my panels tool, all these panels. I want to click on graphic styles. If you don't see graphic styles, simply click on window and click on graphic styles, and then it'll pop up there. All right, so here it is. So the way this widget works is that you give any element on your Adobe Muse website simply by clicking on it, and you click on the element, and then you give it a graphic style name. So I'm going to set this graphic style to none, just because I had previously set the graphic style to, I think it was Animate 2. So right now this graphic style is set to none. And to add a graphic style to this image, to Captain Stars here, I simply want to click on the image. I want to click on this kind of paper icon where, if I hover over it, it says create a new style from the attributes applied. So if I click on that piece of paper, now we have this graphic style called style. And I simply want to rename it. If I double click on it, I can rename it here, and I can call it like animate. Let's say I have like, I probably wouldn't want like 15 animations, but I could name it anything actually. I'll call it animate Captain, or for the sake of this video tutorial, I'm going to say animate 14, but that's quite a lot of animations. But we'll leave it there. And now we have animate 14. We can see it here, and there's no other one called animate 14, which is good. So now this image has the graphic property animate 14, and I simply to add an effect to it, I go to my library panel, I go to the Muse for You Fantastic 74 animation effects widget, I click the drop down, and because I already have multiple animations here, I want to click on the additional one, not the initial, because I've already used the initial. So I'll click, hold, and drag and place it onto my Adobe Muse website, and here it is. So in order for me to animate this image, I want to click on the widget options, click on the blue circle with the arrow, and for graphic style name, I want to say animate 14, and I can give it an instance name of 14 if I want to add different, if I want to make it infinitely looped or change the duration. So by giving it a different instance name, this image will have different properties than other animations. So it's 14, and it's the only element that has the instance name 14, so it'll have unique properties, unique options here when I decide to change the options in my widget here. All right, so there's the instance name is 14. I animate, I use two eyes here. Make sure this name is correct. So we have animate 14, and now we can select an animation. Here we can choose from 74 different animations. So I'm gonna have them slide in from the right, slide in from the right. Yeah, slide in right here. I selected it, and the animation duration I want to set it to 3 seconds. So I select 3000. I don't want it to infinitely loop. I can say yes or no. Select animation start. I want it to start on scroll. So when I scroll to this image, I want it to start the animation. I don't want to fade in. I mean, if I wanted to fade in, I would select on scroll fade in, on scroll fade out, on scroll. We can do on scroll fade in and out, and we can do on scroll fade repeat. Since I don't have any fade ins, these won't really matter, so I can just leave that like that, and this last one here won't matter either because I'm not using any fading. And then for on scroll, the offset from the top, this is when the animation will start. If you set it to 100%, it's in percentages, So if I set it to 100%, as soon as that image hits the bottom of the browser, it's going to start animating, which works really well. Or if I wanted to kind of scroll a little bit past the bottom of the browser and then start animating, I can set it back to like 70. I find 100 works really well. I like 100. So yeah, we'll just, but let's try 70 first, and then I'll try a few different options. And then I can repeat the animation. So I can click on repeat animation so that if I scroll back over it, the animation will repeat. Okay, so those are all the options there. So now if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, and I scroll up, we can see that he comes in from the right, and it repeats. So you can see why I like 100, because I actually have to scroll a little bit before the animation starts. But if I set the widget options to 100, it'll start immediately. And I think the default is 70. I just wanted to give you the option of scrolling a little bit before. So you can see by setting it to 100, we don't see any delay there. It just starts animating as we scroll to it, which I think is awesome. So I might change it to 100, but 70 is good. You can play with it and see what works for you. So very good. And these are all on scroll set to 100 so as soon as it hits the bottom of the browser, it starts animating, which works really great. All right, so there he is. And we set it to 3 seconds, so you can see he comes in a little bit slower. And we can change all these options. If I wanted him to fade in as well, I said on scroll fade in, and I can set the fade in speed to, let's say, like, 3 seconds, and I can set the easing of the fade in. I have a few different easing functions for the fade in to allow for really smooth transitions and fadings for your animations. So let's try, ease in quad. So he comes in, he fades in, and looks really cool. Very nice. Very good. And I could repeat the fade in, or I could, by clicking on fade repeat. And then if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, he fades in, and then he fades in again. So it repeats the fading. If you want to repeat, the fading when a user scrolls back up or back to the bottom of the website. So it's, to me, it's very intuitive, and I like the way I kind of made it so that you can, obviously you'll use it and you'll see how it works for you, but I've made it so that you can add a lot of different options and just make a really slick, clean website with animations. I think this is kind of, due for Adobe Muse, or overdue, or how can I say it, that it's about time that, something like this is out so that you can easily animate your elements in Adobe Muse with, really slick animations. So that's why I'm really excited to be offering it. I think it's a great time to be offering it, and I think it's a very useful for your web design and development. So yeah, enjoy the widget. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I've put in here. Yeah, I'm using the SVG draw widget here as well to draw the characters. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You can have a lot of fun with this widget. It has the options here, and yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I want to go over. No, I think that's it. Enjoy the widget. If you like my videos and you want to support my video creation process, go to check out my Patreon page. Check out museforyoushop.com. You can check out all the different widgets that I offer, and just have fun with the widget. It can really add a lot of styling to your website and a lot of cool animations. So stay tuned. There'll be more widgets, more video tutorials, just more fun with Adobe Muse. I'm really enjoying right now creating widgets, video tutorials, and communicating with you guys. It's just a lot of fun to be helping you in your web design and development process, and helping you create amazing websites, awesome websites without code. I know when I first started web development, I was like, all these cool effects. I wish I could do these, and I think it's awesome that Adobe Muse with widgets and the whole program itself allows you to create awesome websites without code. So I'm definitely having fun. And any comments, any feedback, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to hear from you. And yeah, yeah, I'll see you in the next video tutorial. Thanks.